Well, y'all, here we go. Another day fishing. We've been out here for 2 hours. Not a single bite. No fish has jumped. No bugs have hit the water. Nothing. We're fishing with live minnows. I got 2 wads out with live minnows. I got 1 wad that's set up for jigs. And I have another wad in the truck that has a shrimp, a big shrimp bait on it. They ain't swimming right, but we tried Jackson Lake Dam this morning. Stayed down there for 2 hours. Never even had a single nibble or bite. It wasn't pumping real hard, so don't know if that was a factor in it. It was kind of just shallow pumping, but yep, I don't know. I got a question. There was a log out there about 2 hours ago. Where did it go? It looked like a log. Could be a gator. You know, Jackson Lake does have gators in it. You know, I seen them when I was a kid, and they still have them to this day. That could be a gator we saw. Might not have been a log. Might be a gator. I don't know. But it was sitting pretty still out there. It wasn't moving. I don't know. It's kind of gone now. Ever since that boat left, it went right through that area. I ain't seen it since. I ain't seen it since then. Unless it. Well, look, there's a boat going right there, y'all. Well, maybe one day, y'all, that'll be us. One day, y'all, that'll be us. One day, that'll be us. One day. But man, look at that. That whole campground. Now that area's a different area you can launch from. I know of. It told me that's a different area. That's a marina, but that's where a lot of the boats are going to fish right now. I'm assuming for bass. He probably lives at one of those houses. He probably lives at one of those houses right there, or he's going to go fish them. I don't know, but if that's you, tight lines to you, bud, if you see this video. But yeah, not a damn thing biting, y'all. Nothing. I watch more cars come and go my way than anything. Nothing's biting. We're trying some worms. I usually get a cup, and I didn't think about them. I totally forgot, and then after I got down here, I said, darn, I should have got a couple of night crawlers. It's like the one thing I forgot. So we only got minnows, unless we catch a brim somehow, some way, and we use it for bait. And I do have a big rod, so we could catch a brim, but I have not seen a single brim all morning. Anywhere, all on this dock, nothing. So I thought I'd go and turn over some rocks. See if we saw a brim, or I mean not a brim, but a minnow. That was me, if y'all noticed that, but my rod tip was bouncing. But the line is not moving. It might have been me moving. I'm trying to position myself to watch it. But the line is not straight. The line is like lipped. Like, y'all see what I mean? That rod tip is bouncing. Might be the minnow, might be getting nervous, but the line ain't straight whatsoever. The line is pretty shallow. Mine has a bunch of slack. Look there. There's another one right there. Look at that. Another one. Old John boat. Big old John boat. You know, that guy been fishing all over the place today. Fishing left, right. Pretty nice boat too. Looks like a 14 or 16 foot boat. John boat. He has a radio on. Man, I would love to have that. Go to fish all day long. Look at that. That's a nice boat. It really is. I bet that's probably a 9.9 or 5 or 6 horsepower motor on the back of that thing. Anyway, there's only been like a handful of boats out here. This is what's today, Tuesday? And there's been a handful of boats out. Where's that bass boat at that was out there? Is he still out there? Yeah, he's still out there. He's right there, looks like. He's probably parked up at his dock, or he probably is over there fishing maybe brush pilings or something. Looking for crappie this time of year. You know, a lot of people be looking for them this time of year. I would love to. I should have bought the John boat out, but only got a trolling motor. I don't know if y'all can tell, but it's blowing about 7 to 8 gusts. So fighting with a trolling motor is a totally different thing than fighting with a boat motor. So I wish we could do this, but we can't. So maybe one day we'll have a boat of our own and we'll be out here on this lake driving around at high speed. Maybe one day. Maybe I'll strike the lottery too. Pay off a lot of credit card debt and get done with stuff, but I don't know. But yeah, y'all, this is it for me. It's pretty much just desert doorknob. I got 24 minnows and they're not eating. So they're not eating anything. 24 minnows and they're not eating a damn thing. I haven't even had one minnow stole off my hook. One minnow. Like, it's either I'm fishing where they're not at, or two, or they're not biting. Because there's a big log right there, and that's where my rod's on the right side of it and on the left side of it. So I don't know if that log is just floating there. It looks like it is. It looks like it's just floating there. So it could have been a tree that fell up the lake some and floated down. So, oh well, I thought it was a tree that they stuck right there. But it don't look like it's staying there. It looks like it's moving closer because it was farther away when we got here. So I'm assuming it's probably moving closer. But yep. I don't know, y'all. I do not know. If it was in a boat, we could probably go over there where all these buildings are over here and fish that. I bet there's some crappie over there. Man, I bet there's some bass and crappie. I bet there's some pretty good bass over there too. Probably when this place get warm and the spring comes in, I bet that area's full of bass boats. I bet there's like 2 or 3 bass boats sitting right in front of those buildings. Even even though that's where the Game 1 boats are, I bet you probably $50. I bet people are still fishing it. So, anyway, I'll hit play on my phone if anything happens, but by the look of it, nothing. I don't think anything's happening. In fact, this boat's come over to say something. No, I guess not. He's taking off like a speeding bullet. Look at this butt. Look at that. Look at that speeding bullet. Guess he's going back where he's going, but I don't know, that's a nice John boat. Would love to have it. Or I would love to win it for the day. Like, even if I just win it for the day, it'd be nice. You know, what y'all think about us doing something like that? Maybe went in like a pontoon for a day or something. You know, I'll have to look up. Here comes another one. Comes another boat. I said, y'all, I don't know. Here comes another one. I'm watching for a pontoon because there was a pontoon that came in here. And that guy's sitting up on the bow of it, so that must be one of those front driving boats. Well, where the motor's in the back, but the controls are in the front. I've seen those types. I've thought about getting one. It's on the front of the bow of the boat, but the control is right there, like it's a, I don't know. I thought about it. I have thought about it. So, I don't know. I don't know. That bass boat is still, hold on y'all, sorry. That bass boat, I don't know if y'all can see them, but that bass boat is, let's see if I can get it, let's see that. Let's see, that bass boat is like right there in the middle of the screen. I probably can't see him in the lens, but he's out there. Anyway, yep, it's a beautiful day on the lake though. It's beautiful. It just kind of wish a fish would cooperate. You know what I mean? I like to see you catch a catfish, but that's one reason why I'm not using the GoPro. Even though I got some footage on the GoPro of the dam, so I'll put that up here in the next few days. But I think tomorrow, y'all, we might go try to fish the reservoir in Henry County. It's gonna be open. I think I'm gonna check it tonight, see if it's gonna be open. If it is, we're gonna load our John boat onto my utility trailer, and I'm gonna go fishing in that damn thing. I'm gonna take the barrier over to O'Reilly's tonight, drop it off, let them charge it, or see if it's fully charged or whatever. Let them charge it for a minute. Ask them what time they open up tomorrow morning, and just pick it up then. Cause then I can bring the trailer and the boat down. I can go over to Taylor Bait and Tackle in the morning, take the live well with me, charge up the muddle, get some new live bait, get a couple cups of worms, and go fishing tomorrow. Supposed to be pretty nice weather again. The wind's supposed to be about the same. And then we'll go from there, but thinking about doing that because the bank is just not where it's at this time of year. I don't think there's nothing biting around the banks this time of year. So anyway, y'all stay tuned. We might be fishing tomorrow, or we might be fishing on the boat Thursday. I don't know. Look at the weather. But anyway, God bless. Hit like and subscribe. Help us grow this channel so I can keep making great content, or making good, decent content. I wouldn't say great. I could use some improvements. But anyway, make some good content to give y'all better equipment. But please hit that subscribe button, because I do want to get to 1,000 subscribers this year. I would love to do that. So I know it's not the most interesting content. I know I'm not the best YouTuber on the planet. I don't claim to be. But when you are using your phone and you got crummy internet, even though you changed 3 times, it's just, I'm starting out with GoPro Hero 4, while most people start out with GoPro Hero 8, 10, and 12, or whatever they're using now. So, you know, I mean, it's better quality video. It's 4K. It's more clear. It's better quality. It's a lot of different things. But anyway, yep, we're gonna do this for a while, and we're gonna fish here for probably the rest of the day. Might try to see if we can get a picture of the sunset when the sun finally sets, even though it's gonna be behind us. But we're gonna see if we can get a pretty good video going for y'all. I'm just watching this one rod, and it keeps looking like I'm getting a bite, but the rod is barely moving. Like it just bounces and then let go. Like it's grabbing the rod, pulling it down, then popping it back up. But it's not doing it like very good strong pull. It's just barely touching it, just barely tapping it. I've watched that wide tip bounce like once already. But I'm also watching my line because, you know, there are a lot of sticks moving through right now. So it could have been a stick touching my line, thinking that. But I'm going to wheel it in here in a minute and check the wide. But I don't think there is anything nailed, because I feel like it would tick off like a speeding bullet if it was. But anyway, I guess this guy keep turning around while he's in the driver's seat. I guess he's I'm assuming these people might work at the marina I'm watching. Maybe these people are testing the boats or getting them ready for the season for the owners. Cause this guy in this boat is constantly turning around looking at this model. Constantly. He's done did it 15 times. And that guy in that John boat has done went around this area like 9 times in a row. He done went into the marina, came back out, went back in the marina, came back out again. So I don't know. This is just weird. But anyway, maybe one of these days we'll get ourselves a nice boat. You know, I would love to have an outboard motor if I'm being honest, y'all. My line is straight, so you know, y'all bear with me. I think we got a bite. I think we got something bothering our line here, because my line is not exactly straight, but it's not where I put it either. Is it? Ah, dang it. Hold on, y'all. Might have something here. Let's see. We're going to just put it like this for a second so y'all can see what I'm doing. I think we might have something bothering this minnow. No, I think I might have lost my minnow though. Have I? Yep, looks like it, don't it? Oh shit. Oh, I had a hook go away into my damn finger. We're gonna go rebait. I think I had a bite and it probably just never noticed it. But anyway, we're gonna go grab some more bait and we'll be right back. That was our first bite all day. I mean, we've been here. I'm just bleeding a little bit. Yeah, I sucked the blood out like a vampire. But no, we've been here for what? What time is it? It is 1:20 and we've been here. We've been sucking baits for 2 hours and just got first bite. Yeah, wow. Either one the one a bass came up and ate it, or two there's a chance. Now I'm not sponsored by them, but this, that's a bait cooler. It's an Engel 30 quart. You know, if y'all been thinking about getting one, do get one. It's a game changer. Like, I've had the mill buckets that you've had, but this thing, they can splash around and all that, and it will not scale them or stress them out. They're pretty calm, and it kind of keeps it like a pretty cool temperature too. Like, they're not overworked or anything, so I ain't gotta worry about them getting overexcited and dying because they're getting stressed. Anyway, we're gonna get baited up and I'll give 1 minute. Alright, y'all, we're gonna see. We just put a fresh minnow down there again. Yeah, that was the first minnow we've had gone that's been like completely taken off the hook. Like, and I saw the take, but I didn't think that was a bite because of how subtle it was. It was just a bell. Like, the tip just barely went down and came back up. That was it. It was such a subtle bite. It was almost interesting. Like it wasn't a strong bite. Like they didn't take it and run with it or nothing. They just bit it and that was it. Anyway, I'm gonna move my other rod too. Hold on. That was interesting. So I've checked both baits. This one still has its bait on it, and this one did not. So this one was over to the right, out in the open more. Could have been a bass came by and munched on it. Could have been a turtle that took the bait off. I don't know. The bait was alive still when I last checked it, so I doubt a turtle would have bothered it. Maybe he would have. I don't really know, but I do know one thing. The bait was gone. So anyway, we are going to, I'll leave it up to y'all. What do y'all think? Well, there goes my other rod. No, it didn't take off in the water. It fell down. This is a rod that got jigs on it. I got a green, and I might change that green one out to something else, but I change it out to like a white glow in the dark one. I'm gonna go see if I got something like that, but I just blew a split shot on it too to work it on the bottom. See if I can figure out if there's crappie down there or not that's bothering it. It's kind of interesting now that the wind wants to pick up. That's gonna be even harder to see when we have a bite. Maybe I should get bails. What do y'all think? I fish on the bottom a lot, but I doubt it was a catfish, because a catfish wouldn't have just stripped it off a hook. Most catfish eat it whole and don't think twice. I'm thinking it was something small. If it was a crappie, it grabbed it off without even touching the hook, and that hook's small. That hook's real small. Like honestly, my opinion, if something ate that the way I thinking it would have ate it, then it would have, in my defense, I think it would have took off running. But anyway, I'll leave that discussion in the description. But anyway, God bless, hit subscribe. I'm gonna make a few videos like this, and I'll keep y'all updated if we hit anything. There'll probably be a part 2, part 3, part 4 if we catch anything. If not, then it'll just be this one video. But tomorrow, if the weather's good, we're probably gonna go fishing on a lake versus this. Ciao. God bless. Thanks for subscribing to whoever has subscribed, and God bless.